Today we're going to install a cab cool by Middle Atlantic Products in a wooden rack. First I'm going to take my grill and decide approximately where I'd like the unit to be located. In this case I'm going to be doing 2 inches from each edge. I'm going to put a quick mark on the top and side here that are going to allow me to place my template in the right position. I'm going to take the template, peel it off, and I'm going to place it aligning with the marks that I made, being sure that it's square to the top and bottom. That looks good. Now our template is in place. We're going to take our 3.5-inch hole saw and we're going to cut right through the template, placing the centering bit of the drill bit in the center of the crosshairs. And now we're going to take our 3/32 inch drill bit and we're going to drill out pilot holes. The pilot holes are around the unit and they're marked by crosshairs on the template. Okay, so after we drilled our pilot holes, we're going to push the unit through from the inside using these unique live hinges that are on these tabs. And we're going to bring those out, and each one of those has a hole that will correspond with one of the pilot holes. You'll notice I oriented this way. I'm going to match the positions of the dual lack that are on the grill. And I also did not remove the template. There's really no need to remove it. It will typically blend in behind the grill and not be visible in the finished installation. So I'm going to run the screws in there. And I'm going to be careful not to over torque these screws as they're very small and they're going into wood. Now that I have the screws in, I'm going to put the grill on. You'll notice the orientation of the dual lock matches the way I have the unit. And you'll know that when I get on here, you're going to hear those 2 snaps. The unit clicks in place very tightly. In order to remove it, squeeze the sides, and you should be able to pull it off. And if you have any issue with the grill staying on tightly, check behind the screws to be sure that there isn't a volcano or a bulge, which is going to push up on your dual lock and not give you a smooth surface for the grill to seat on. Okay, so we have the unit mounted now, and in this case we're going to mount our thermistor, that which is going to sense the temperature, on the other side of the rack at the highest point we can find. So we're going to go over to the other side of the rack, and I'm going to mark the approximate position of where I'm going to drill the pilot holes for the thermistor. Now we're going to mount the thermistor at the top of the unit. Run those screws in lightly. So we're going to connect the fan to the thermistor by plugging in the side that says fan. There are 2 receptacles for that. And the other side says power supply. We're going to plug the power supply in there. The kit includes these adhesive mounts, which I'm going to begin attaching to the top of the rack, as well as wire ties that will enable you to dress the wires neatly. I've checked the length of the wire, and I'm going to gather all this extra wire to the one side so that we can keep it neat. And then I'm going to dress these cables to the adhesive mounts using the included wire ties. Now to finish off the installation, I'm going to clip the ends of the wire ties. I've got the cable run off to the side so it's out of the way of other components. And we're going to plug our cab cool in and try it. Okay, so we mounted the fan and grill using our template. We made sure that the grill snaps on tightly. We managed the cables neatly over to the thermistor. We plugged the thermistor in and the unit is ready to be used.